Undefeated.
What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up. Listen, guys, like, subscribe, show love, and just buckle up, bro, because this ain't boxing content that you're used to. If you're new to this page, if you're new to this channel, understand this. You haven't seen anything like this before.
Bro, we're about to take you on an audio journey that you've never been on before. I'm thinking about the people that listen on Spotify and
that's what I was about to say. If you're watching the YouTube, it's a visual journey as well.
Yeah, it's a visual journey, bruv. Whatever way, a journey will be taken, fam. But, bro, come on, man. Talk to me.
Listen, hey, brother, just got to greet the new faces, bro. Now I'm saying this is barbershop energy.
Yep.
We talk boxing with no filter.
Yep.
Yeah. If you think there's bias, bro, whatever bias you think is there, you hear us say it first.
Yeah.
You won't have to calculate for too long. Keep it real.
100%. Again, we call it how we want to see it. I love that.
That's funny. That's funny.
We call it how we want to see it.
But
real talk, again, if you don't like it, you always know what to do. Call in and say you're chatting the most. This is the only show where you can actually challenge the people and say, I don't like none of your points. And you can just smoke us. It's happened before, bruv. Puni put us to the challenge today, bruv. We all mind our own business. And he said, listen, you man are moving mad. And that's what we want. Again, there's no echo chambers. Come here and let us know. Either let us know in the comments or just Monday Night Smoke, 8 o'clock. We'll be here. But yeah.
We'll talk. Bro, talk to me. What's your boxing record, fam?
Gee, I'm 0-0, fam. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out, and it's not me.
I'm convinced.
I know you are, bruv. Because come on, bro. You know what I mean? I'm undefeated. That's why the show's called Undefeated. But real talk, though, I'm not the only one on the show, bro. There's another undefeated Donny with me, fam. What's your tail of the tape? Talk to me.
Oh, me?
Oh, yeah, bruv. You, because,
what can I say?
Yeah.
I'm 2-0, bro. 2-0.
Wow.
With a 50% knockout rate.
Talk to me.
Yeah. That means half the men that enter the ring with me.
What they do?
They left on their backs.
Oh, my goodness.
You see it. Come on.
No, but real talk. Wow, boxing is moving. I just want to say this as well. Like this, we're not going to spend time on this, but I need to get, bro, when a man takes a fight at last minute notice, fam, Eddie Hearn's got another champion. 22 years old. Bam Rodriguez, fam. Bam Rodriguez, fam. Not taking someone down with an uppercut, fam. Third round, then winning on points, bruv. Not at 6 days notice, bruv. Eddie Hearn is chuffed. He's chuffed.
That's the type of stuff that dreams are made of, bro.
Bro,
22.
22 years old. And again, now it's like, remember the name, bro. Never been beyond 8 rounds. How about that? He's never been beyond 8 rounds, yeah, and he's like, now he's walking around with the green strap, WBC, flyweight champion. What are we talking about right now? Don't leave me alone, bro. Now I've got to know his name. Now man's got to do previous and past work to actually go and really check him out, like, and do some real, but he, again, jumped in, took the opportunity, and this is what I'm talking to fighters about. If the opportunity arises, be ready. Be ready. You never know.
Stuff like this is why I like boxing.
Yes.
Sorry, why I love boxing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because there's always room for the unthinkable to happen.
Yes.
And I think that's just what's the beauty of this sport. You can go from being a rank outsider to just being the champion in one weekend. In one weekend. Now he's taking pictures with the belt. Selfies, just enjoying his life.
Can you imagine? See, he's 14. He was 14-0. Yeah. The guy he faced, Cuadrado. Yeah. Carlos Cuadradas. Yeah. 39 and 4-1, bro. 39 bouts. Holding the belt. No one expected this. This is beyond the banana skin. Beyond. But again, listen. Big up, Bam. You know what I mean? You're a whole champion at 22. At least that's history. History making. And Eddie Hearn's just smiling once again because another one for the zone, bruv.
Oh my days.
But yeah, just wanted to get into that and just say congratulations to that young man. We'll be paying attention to your career from now going forward. You know what I mean? It was a shock for all of us. So let's talk about what we're here for, fam.
Cool. It's a lot of boxing this weekend.
A lot of boxing this weekend.
I know one of your favorite fighters was out this weekend as well.
Really?
Eubank Jr.
Oh, wow.
Eubank Jr. Yeah, Eubank Jr. He was out this weekend. How did you feel about it?
You know what?
See him?
So it was great seeing Roy Jones. It was amazing. You know, I love Roy Jones interviews. I love Roy Jones. It's just Roy Jones is special. You know, we'll never see the likes of Roy Jones again, but somebody believes. Yes, we will. Somebody
believes that a second coming.
Somebody in the world believes. You know what? No, we will see it again. And I am him, fam. And yeah, so again, plagiarism. And let me be fair. Let me not just be a liberty. Let me not take the piss. Eubank, to do what he did, to go away from home, that was impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you. To go to, and I'm telling you, if they was ever gonna create an atmosphere to go against the grain, oh, it was that. Them man had a reborn Tom Jones that came out there. There was a lot of dragons, a lot of just Welsh spirit in the house. The spirit, it was so Welsh, literally like, I thought, what you call it, Catherine Zeta-Jones was gonna show up, bruv. I thought it was gonna get, bro, I didn't know.
Tom Jones. Tom Jones might be ringside.
Bro, literally, like, they were singing all the songs, and I said, oh, this is really walk. This is like the cauldron. This is away from home settings. And there's people that you could just not like, and unfortunately, Eubank's got that unlikable bit about him. Like, you like it if you're, if you just like that style, but I know a lot of people very good, be the villain, very good.
But even more like pressing to that fact is that he comes out in red.
Dragon settings, letting them know I'm gonna troll some Welsh people, because at first we thought it was Santa drip. You know what I mean? Rudolph.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like, Christmas has come early type vibe.
Yes.
It wasn't that.
But it's a deeper message. He said, you seen the red that you lot rep? You see that red dragon? My dragon now. Yeah. And it was mad because, like father, like son, his dad doing the same expression. You know how senior looks around.
He came out smiling, very comfortable, like
just soaking it in. Like,
right, cool.
You lot think that this is gonna affect my son, because Junior, and you know how he talks about Junior as well. He's really dangerous. He talks about Junior in such a way that he talks about Junior. I've listened to. This is what happened. Actually, his dad's to blame. The way his dad hyped Junior. Yes.
Oh yeah.
The way his dad is hyped Junior. This is the issue. So I believed, and I saw the training montage of Junior. When he's really getting hard on a move, like an object that doesn't move. Yeah, that's what he's doing, and I'm like, I'm gonna see a killer. And
but the thing is, though, the expectation was always going to be there, even if Eubank Senior never hyped him up. The fact you're Eubank's son, and everyone knows how good Eubank was.
Yes.
Or that Eubank used to knock people out. The expectation was always going to be there.
Yeah.
So all that happened is that Eubank Senior put petrol on it. And just said, yo, he's going to beat Triple G, Canelo, Andre Ward, all kinds of madness was being said.
And don't forget...
No, not Andre Ward. That one Andre Ward.
No, don't forget, that this was what was said as well. And obviously sadness to the fighter that he went against. But his dad, remember, he coined on it. He said, listen, my son is dangerous. He's going to hurt. Remember, because I can't remember the name of the fighter that he,
Blackwell.
Yeah, that's it. Blackwell. There you go. So then after you hear and you think, ooh, there's so many just similarities in terms of this kid is dangerous. Like, you actually start to believe, oh my goodness, this is the second coming. He's arrived now. Let's go. Very long time ago. This is Channel 5 settings. But now we move. And then the praise. I must give him the praise. To walk out in Cardiff, incredible. The first 4 rounds, incredible. It was expected, but incredible. And then other stuff happened. But you tell me before I go. That's all the praise I can say is you went somewhere away from home. It wasn't Dusseldorf, but it was away from home in a heavy way. And that crowd was a real crowd. So real that you couldn't do your in-ring interview in there because it would have went crazy, you know. So for doing that, kudos and respect. Over to you.
You know what I say? For one, I mean, end of the day, he was in no danger of losing.
Never,
in my opinion. Right? Comes out, he starts, and it's different. It's slightly different. We're still looking to see the changes take effect. You know, the Roy Jones effect on Junior.
Yeah.
And he's coming out with the energy, which is you know, it's done all right. It looks like they're being tentative with each other in the first round, and then out of nowhere, flash knockdown. Because it didn't really catch fire in the first round, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then boom, flash knockdown. And I'm looking at what Junior's given us, and I'm like, okay, I'm impressed on the basis that Eubank Junior never used to have a jab.
Yeah.
Never used to have a jab at all.
Yeah.
He would literally just veer closer to you and then start going mad with the hands.
Yeah.
So, and I always felt like, you know, the jab is missing so that you can set up. Once the jab is in there, you can establish an attack. So he's obviously done that work to improve that facet of his game.
Yeah.
So for me, I noticed that and I was like, okay, tick. Because, you know what I mean? And then you're getting knockdowns with the jab, which is not a common occurrence. It's a combination of Williams' punch resistance being shot to bits and he being off balance, rushing in and getting clipped with the jab.
Yeah.
You know, these are things that they're not easy to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As much as, you know, people will try and, he's gone down, but it's like, bro, the time a stiff jab like that, it's a skillful feat that he's pulled off. So I'm looking at the first 4 rounds and I'm like, yo, this man is not fit to be in there with Eubank. He's gonna
and
go.
And it was starting to look like a disgrace. Liam was starting to look like, with all the build up, with all the hype, with everything that's been said.
All the stuff he said.
And you're at home.
He's getting to that point now and he's getting dominated in front of the crowd.
Yeah.
Eubank Jr. decides now it's showtime. He is taunting. He's going for it. He's cussing him. He's this, he's that. He said, which hand do you want it with? Bang. All that. You want it with this one? I don't know if you can take it with this one again. Bang. I'm like, oh, he's really cooking.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the midst of all of this, the talk is he hurt his hand. And as much as it's easy for us to just say, oh, he's chatting rubbish. Bro, when hand injuries happen, fighters immediately change.
Yeah.
So for me, if we're being impartial, because in the moment when you watch it live, you think, what is he doing? Why don't you just knock this man out? You hurt him with a jab. Why can't you just put him away? If your hand is compromised, you're not even punching with the same grip no more.
Trav.
So for me, I just want to put my case. So for me, the fight rang true for how that looked, because I'm telling you, the fact that those knockdowns happened and then they just stopped.
Unfortunately,
for me, I was like, this looks a bit nuts.
Unfortunately,
I just want to say, sorry, I just want, before I land my point.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of the style though. This style doesn't allow Eubank to get any offense going. It literally is designed for him to just snap every once in a while.
Yeah,
snap every once in a while. At no point did he throw a 3-punch combination.
No, but then, and this is why I'm sorry and sad to not agree with what you're saying about the about just the hand going. But why? Because there were still venomous big shots that came in. If you're not gonna throw that, it's like when Lyndon apparently had the issue with his hand and he just didn't throw it. There was I'm saying that the loading up that Eubank was doing with the with that mashup hand, I can't hear that. I can't, because if I can go back and watch the fight now, and I'm saying he was still throwing it. He was still throwing it and bigger shots.
But he was selective.
Yes, he was selective. He wasn't throwing it as many times. Yes.
Because the thing is, you get your hand injured, you're still gonna use it if the shot is there.
Definitely.
But you're not gonna constantly bang.
No, but I think he took him out because think about it. Look at the rounds where those flash knockdowns were happening. It's not like he was dominating, winning the round anyway. There was like, even in the let's say the third or fourth, Williams was starting to put on a show, and from nowhere. It's not like it was like there was just incredible domination. All we saw from him is he's now added this jab to his game, and he's being a bit, and he was more active comparing him to his previous self. He's more active in some within rounds than, because we say, it takes too long to get busy, takes too long to engage. I was comparing him to himself and saying, well, he's active now. He's ready. He's on it from minute one, not like I'm gonna wait for 5, 6 and say, hey, it's time for me to really go to work. So I can't just give that line and say, because the jab or the moment was still there. I believe Williams, credit to him, changed the fight around. He took him into a fight that he didn't want, where you have to complain. Williams knew that he couldn't win. Me and you went into this fight. No one predicted a Williams win at all. We just said how quick he's going to dispatch him. So we talk about what's next for him. We all went into this with the understanding of.
How do you just discount a hand injury that changes the direction of the fight?
No, but then okay, I understand that. Now then, either your PR or how you speak about things just has to be better, because the last fight he had, I could have got him out there anytime. Okay. You can't keep saying that. Just imagine I say raw. It's like me saying, yeah, I make bare money with Bitcoin. And I don't show you anymore. I don't show you no growth. What I'm saying
your lifestyle don't even reflect it.
My lifestyle ain't reflecting it. Nothing is saying I'm that guy, except me saying, yo, I'm that guy though. And in boxing, all you can do, the proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the pudding. So even guys that have injured their hands before, and look at the resistance of this. Look at the guy that you're fighting. And the problem is, I believe, then this is where, for me, and this is probably my frustration, I feel he sport his performance with the antics. And it's like, in terms of his own arrogance, because he could have got him out of there. He was more skilled than Williams in any day of the week. He could time him, however, with protecting his hand. Yeah, because not like he could have timed him and said, get out of here. The stuff that he's doing, it was too much. And I get in his head, he said, I'm trying to embarrass him, but it would have been a bigger embarrassment if you just cleaned him out. If you took him out and we would have said, I would have started to say, like, if that had the performance, and sometimes you can have a fight and win and lose a bit, or you can lose and win. So how I say that is, Wilder lost and won because he was like, raw, like, look at this.
He showed a lot of heart there,
Wow, okay. And then in that fight with Eubank, unfortunately, yes, he won. Yes, he went into yes, he went away from home, and yes, he did all these amazing things, but the time when it was time to get busy, shuffling, not just unnecessary. And it's like, oh, you're just the arrogance. Unfortunately, and this is not your level. So yeah, you can shuffle. It's like me playing football with my daughter and doing stepovers and that, bruv. That's not the level. I can't be or you see when people play basketball with kids and they want to do the big LeBron celebration when you get to, bro, nobody was guarding you. Bro, stop it. Kids, stop it. This is not your level. This is in between, and we go for the Triple G. Charlo, the man them of the division, fam. I can't say that again, for your performance to be like that, and it's not me. I'm not a fighter. This is just my opinion. For Conor Benn to be at home saying, "I fancy it," says the message was not correct. That's me. Go ahead.
No, I definitely hear you, man. I definitely hear you. I think, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like the performance was matching up with anything that Junior was saying. Do you know what I mean? And it has been that case for a while, where the talk is not matching up. That moment hasn't come yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you say the best win on Eubank Jr.'s career is the James DeGale.
Yeah, that was nice, a spine buster.
Yeah, the problem with that is that the common perception is James DeGale was shot to bits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, George Groves, they say he was at the end of the road and he still got it done against Eubank. Do you know what I mean? So really, Eubank is looking for that statement win. Yeah. This wouldn't have been the statement win, but it would have sent a message.
Oh, 4 rounds.
You know what I'm saying? Get me out of here in a few rounds. Andrade couldn't do it. I did it. Bring me the big boys.
With a stiff jab. with a stiff
Now,
jab. Can you imagine saying that?
Yeah.
With a stiff jab. He's
I know.
like, look what I did to him.
I know. But now, with people are talking about him like, yo, this is your level. This is your level, right?
Yeah.
And Felix Cash is a name floating around. And when you say that, a lot of people think Felix Cash beats him.
Yeah.
It's tricky. But
It's not a major money fight.
is it something that, you see, this is the thing, right? We do have this thing where we have rose tints when we look at fighters of the past and things that they've done.
Yeah.
Whilst Eubank Senior, who obviously we compare him to, because if we're going to compare Eubank Junior to Senior, the thing that we're going to flag is the power. Eubank Senior used to knock man from their senses. But if we look at career trajectory and what happened, Eubank won the WBO title and he defended it mad times, right?
Yep.
Amazing. He didn't go for many other belts.
Yes.
He didn't go to America.
Should have went to America.
Right? A lot of these fights happened in the UK.
Should have went to America. Right? That was a big mistake. He was calling them out. He was calling them out in America.
Well, Roy Jones. But they had the round table.
Yes.
And he said, yo, I would have liked to fight. You know what I'm saying? I would have was up for it. And there was a mutual respect. It weren't Eubank Senior had like a real way of looking at Roy Jones, which you understand because Roy Jones is a special fighter, but Roy Jones was also aware of Eubank Jr. James Toney was the one that called them both out.
James Toney. That was the name I was looking for. That's the name because he called them. It was a strong call out. It wasn't even like, it's like, raw, like, and then you didn't really answer the call for that one. And
make no mistake about it, Eubank Senior was not no scared guy.
No.
But I look at the names on the record and I'm like, there was some real killers back then that Eubank Senior didn't really mix with.
But you know what happens though? Sometimes,
Nigel Benn had a moment. He went out to the States. You understand? He got some stuff done out there. He won the belt from Doug Dewitt. He beat Aaron Barkley, defended his belt, right? So that adds value to Eubank's CV because Nigel Benn came back and Eubank beat him, right? But I look at Eubank's career and I'm like, a lot of things that could have happened didn't happen.
Yeah.
So if Eubank Senior is at the helm of Junior's career, what is to say he's not trying to navigate it the same way? Where it's profile.
That's a big point. That's a big point. However,
it's profile without the killer fights that puts you in trouble. You got the Billy Joe rivalry. You got that in the tuck.
Yeah.
You got a domestic Kell Book thing. So you got someone who looks at domestic fights with real respect and thinks, yo, you see what I'm trying to say?
I like it. I like that parallel. It's a very, very good one, actually. It's a good one.
Because the big fights that you mentioned that Eubank Senior was in, all bro, Carl Thompson, Joe Kawasaki, Steve Collins.
Yeah. But look,
all these other names on the thing. Nigel Benn, Michael Watson.
It
becomes a UK.
But look I hear it, and it's at the same time, it's not a bad thing because it's like what we're talking about with Yard and them man. If them man do a the ring robin thing,
round robin,
it's brilliant. And sometimes the issue that I would say for the issue, and there's no one in, not saying there's no one in the division for the light heavies, but them man all fighting each other makes sense. Yeah, there's the European fights that he could really get into, but he's saying, nah, you man, battle it out. Let's see who the man is in this, because after this, it's like you almost compare it with the cruiserweight, so it's like there's not a lot, it's not stacked. Yeah. Now in that era that we happen to talk about, you mentioned some amazing fighters that Eubank still gets to go up against, and sometimes there's a fight that cements you, or there's a fight that just announces your career, and gladly, Nigel was that man. The perfect dance partner came where it was two different, like literally like opposing ends, and you're like, so yes, whatever might not have happened in my career in America didn't happen, but I remember where I was when their contract signing.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest fights in British history.
There you go, but he, unfortunately, he doesn't have that here. Billy Joe, Billy Joe's not really. Yeah, it's a good one. But it's not enough.
Not the draw. he's not the draw because they had that fight too early. They
There
had
you
that
go.
fight before they were draws.
There you go.
And now they're gonna have it after Billy Joe was a draw, essentially, because of these things. So it's a mess.
One. It's messed up. So it's unfortunately while the parallel is there and I respect it, but unfortunately the dance partner in the right thing is not there. And another unfortunate thing is Conor's weight is not there as well. Had they been in the same class and stuff, you say, oh, this is perfect, because as a boxing romantic,
Conor Benn is big enough to make this fight huge.
No, I'm talking about weight. I'm talking about just
weight. Yeah, weight wise, yeah. But I
issue.
mean, like clout wise, this fight could still be one of the biggest.
This fight is romantic, bro. This fight, for me, like when I saw that tweet, I immediately got gassed and I took out everything why this fight couldn't happen. I just got gassed. I didn't even care about the weight. I got gassed and I said, "Oh my goodness!" I imagine all the pieces leading up to this, because these guys are like their fathers in character. And just how they will talk to each other and how different they are and how they're coming into the game. I couldn't imagine Eubank Jr. saying, why are you talking like this? You've never lived that kind of life. But in a very cool jacket, it's going down. But Conor's like, what do you mean? He's, you know what I mean?
Talking about. Cool side. It'd be lovely.
It'd be fantastic.
It would sell like that. Oh. One gloves are off and it's gone.
Oh, take my money. It's literally, please, can you take my money? But when you break it down, you're like.
But what I'm saying, my point I'm trying to get to is, some people saying that Eubank Jr.'s found his level.
Yes.
Maybe this domestic shakeup was always the aim.
This could never have been the plan. Not when we started with Triple G. It's never the plan. This was never the plan. This was never the plan.
Yeah.
No, it's never the plan. ITV. This is
make no mistake about it. It's not something I'm trying to justify or make sense. I'm just trying to understand, because a lot of things have happened in his career that have led to this point.
Don't get me wrong.
And it makes it frustrating.
Don't get me wrong. There's a lot there's a lot of things that you're correct on, in terms of let's break this down. The man that built was a big part of what Matchroom is before Eddie Hearn is Eubank. You know what he was doing, and he didn't. There was a lot that he left. He feels to himself he left on the table. So he said, "My son is never gonna be in this situation ever again." He said, so even when the negotiations were there for Triple G the first time, he was asking for a lot, because he said, "I've been wronged." And then after we made it didn't go the way, they didn't get that fight. And then we had the ITV move. Yeah. ITV, when they tried to jump into boxing, and this was gonna be the new thing. And it's like, my son, and remember the splits that they had for ITV box office is supposed to, they were gonna get a big part of the pie, because ITV never done this before. He's the flagship man. That didn't, unfortunately, it just wasn't gonna work. ITV boxing, they didn't even carry on the show. Them manner, they like who was funding the show, they're not really doing boxing like that before. Now the new move, I think there was a Sauerland link up, and now the Sky. Sky lost Eddie. He walked out the door, and they said, "Bloody hell, what do we do? Who's next gen in?" Bring in Eubank. Eubank is it? Even though they got Claressa, winner, they got sugar. What's our champion's name, man? Scottish. Don't let me down.
Josh Taylor.
We got Taylor. The face that they go with, the ending face, Eubank. Most recognizable. Are you with me?
They know the brand.
They know the brand. So now it's like, and all Eubanks wanted to do, senior, is put my child in a position where he can't be taken advantage of, and in the director seat of the most, I received the most. Now you gotta judge that so carefully.
You gotta do it properly.
You gotta do that so carefully, and unfortunately, without the machine, because the machine in boxing is necessary. Unfortunately, because he doesn't have the machine, and there's probably some burnt relationships, it's hard to push that guy and say he's better than he is. Because people came on today. I'll give the floor back to you. People came on today and said, "Well, what's Conor really done? Like in terms of this, that, and the other?" But the machine is behind him, and the machine is behind him proper, and he's doing the right things.
When Eubank Jr. looks back on his career, he's going for, in my estimation, I think it goes sour and it goes left when he doesn't fight Triple G.
Yes.
Because everything going up to that moment was going fantastic, bro. The guys, it was all set up wonderfully.
Yes.
Triple G was there. He had the matchroom link. It was going well. And just like that, it was just like, wait a second. What are we doing right now? Right now, we're doing British level.
Yeah.
Renault Quinlan. The Arthur Abraham win is on this record as well. I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decent win. Had Arthur Abraham not be considered old at that point. The Avni Yildirim knockout. That was a great knockout. Yeah. He went up to super middleweight. Do you know what I mean? So it was one of the things, he was teetering at that level. You just needed that statement win. Even I think you see when you say he lost and win, that would have been what happened with Triple G. Yeah. He would have lost that fight, more than likely. He would have won. He would have won big. Because you can never say to him, you've never stepped up. You can never say, like, you see, as much as people talk about Yard and Kovalev, you can never say he's not been in there with these men.
Thank you.
Regardless.
Thank you.
With Eubank now is looking at a point where I don't even know if you're going to get the opportunity to fight these guys.
There you go. And remember, don't forget, Triple G made comments before the fight as well.
He said, bro, the man calling my name, I don't ever listen no more. It's not. It's all talk. Bro, if Billy Joe is the best it gets on Eubank's resume as for live opponents,
you're sounding Kell Brookish right now.
It's nuts, bro.
It's looking Kell Brookish, and unfortunately, and look what happens as well: breakdown in relationship, breakdown in stuff with like, again, if you're gonna go against the grain or you're gonna go against the machine, you have to not great, be greater. You have to literally, if you're going against the machine, be greater, be the best, be electrifying.
This is unfortunately the thing where it's like, this convo about the Eubanks becomes a wider conversation.
Yes.
And it's, it's an amalgamation of things. You see, Eubank Sr. is scarred from his experience in boxing.
Yes.
And there's been an element of, I'm back now. Yeah, that Senior came with Eubank Jr.'s career.
Yeah.
So I'm back now.
In front of
him. You lot are gonna talk to me properly.
Yeah.
You're gonna deal with my son properly.
Yes.
But the same energy wasn't really given into the product.
Yes.
So whilst Eubank Jr. had all the potential, bruv, that Spike Sullivan night might be the best performance of his career.
It's the best because it was the one time, and Spike has been defending him. How about that? Spike has been defending him recently on Twitter. I've seen Spike saying it's nonsense how they talk about Eubank. So he's totally gone on a total journey because you shared the ring with him, so he knows the quality.
He knows what he's about.
He knows what the quality is. Again, and that's why I say, sadly, I call it self-sabotage because I just believe that he gets in his own way. And remember, a fight can be changed in a second with something you do. And from the first round to the fourth round, had he just finished it, I promise you, we're talking him up into being, he needs that fight. He needs that fight. He needs this fight. He needs that fight. And unfortunately, with how Liam was taking the fight and how bad, because Liam was bad in moments in that fight, you're saying, well, how good is he? Because this shouldn't, not him.
Be here. We shouldn't still be here.
We're not supposed to be here with him. We call this a foregone conclusion. And I know boxing, again, shout out, you can't say no chance. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ellaby, because that's his line, but there should have been no chance in that one. For how great the level that the pantheon that we see you're supposed to be on, not on. But again, he has all this time in the world to prove us wrong. All the time in the world to put us in the mud, and for him and Roy Jones to move on to the next challenge. I hope.
How many more fights do we give this partnership before we start to say, it's not working?
No, I don't see. I think Roy's getting paid well. I can imagine. I wouldn't believe that they're underpaying him.
Yeah.
I believe that Roy is totally respected in that camp. One thing we do know is Eubank respects, and especially Senior. He respects, like,
he does
that warrior code, and he's very respectful. If I'm Roy Jones, even we can see that Junior doesn't listen a lot. He loves Roy Jones. like under night. So why would you walk away from that? If everything is sweet, you're not walking away. I'm getting paid. They treat me correctly.
Yeah,
We're
Roy ain't
moving.
gonna
We're
walk
winning.
away. But in terms of Eubank, because he's clearly a fan of Roy's,
Yeah.
hence why he's starting to emulate him. He's starting to do things that Roy's done, and it's like you've just moved completely away from
Can you sack your hero though?
your
Are
start.
you gonna
Can
sack
sack
your
your
hero?
hero.
Are you gonna
If
sack
it
your hero?
doesn't, if it doesn't suit you to
What if
be
I believe that I'm
in,
great though? What if I believe I am him?
well, no, it's one of what. Well, then we need some rational eyes on the product. Do you know what I'm saying? Somebody that is not invested in the way you are, somebody who doesn't consider this person to be a hero particularly, someone who's just interested in you. So, in my instance, in terms of who
Yes.
I would look at in that situation, I go straight to my parents.
And
What
look,
do you how is this looking right now? But Eubank is in a situation where his dad looks at Roy like he's the one.
exactly. And he said, my
Oh,
son, and remember, not on top of that is you think he's the one, Roy's the one, and my son is dangerous. You see what he says? Like
yeah.
deep down, again, because you said the parents, and I'm happy we got there. But the parent with the warrior code and everything
It's
is gonna
leading him
say,
to Roy.
I'm into that. So we're
Because
not.
Eubank Senior is saying, if not me, then Roy.
And what do you want to do with that? What do we do with
Yeah,
that?
it's just,
So it's
but even when
go on.
I saw an interview where Eubank was talking about, they said, "Oh, your dad was training you at one point." No, he goes, "Nah, he wasn't really training me. I mean, he'd be there, but then he'd go away for months and then come back and da 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 da." So I was largely training myself. That's a problem.
Yeah. No, but
That's no, but this has been the problem.
This has been the problem.
So
But he's listening now.
what we're watching is that. Yeah, he might be trying. He might be doing everything that Roy says, and everything we're seeing right now is a result of that. He's trying.
Yes.
But there's so many years of these habits being ironed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost hard to it's hard to teach an older dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you were learning how to play football now,
bloody hell,
having never played,
bloody hell,
your body, one, it's not even that your mind wouldn't be on it. Your body's gonna be like, bro, you want me to have balance to kick the ball and run?
Yeah, why though? When your body says raw, why though? Hey, do you know what I mean? Because late at night when you get that cramp, you say, "But why did you do this?" And you got to respond, "Why?" And you be like, "Raw, I'm sorry." You know what I mean? This is it.
Gen.
But
say next to your body.
Say it next gen. Your body is.
You're cramped. Oh, next gen. Let's go.
Not to your body. But wait, yeah, amazing. Again, all the best. I wish him the best.
I say good luck. I still feel the way I feel. Like I still want to see Eubank Jr. do well. I want to see him do better than he's doing in his career.
Yeah, I can say that. You know what I mean? And again, I have just high expectations for him, and that's probably why. Again, like if I put him down to, he could get to one of them fighters that I just don't think about, and I'm not worrying or even mentioning. Yeah, but he's not that. Like I have the high expectations, and I hope I believe he has them for himself as well. I hope he meets them. You know what I mean? I hope he meets them. There's so much of his dad in him, especially with Conor, and it's like they just gave birth to themselves again, and you just hope they literally both of them, because they're so much connected. Their careers are connected. Right. I hope it works.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But look, Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall.
Wow.
Listen, bro, I'm so excited about this. See, this is one of those things where you start realizing that no matter how much we talk about boxing or we cover it and this and that, we're just fans at the end of the day. And we just want to see when people who are supposed to fight. Because when I saw her square up with Claressa and Savannah, they just were there, and it was just like, oh, this is what I like, bruv.
Listen, let me say this right now. Hold on, there's a few people that should look at themselves and say, why didn't I do this? Crawford, Errol Spence.
You are an absolute disgrace.
This moment should have happened. There's no reason why you don't turn up. I don't care what Bob Arum says about I can't sell this another. Turn up to the fight. You can get ringside because they know who you are.
That's right.
Do a madness. It's
Get in
easy.
there.
Get in there. Do a madness. Who else is that we went in? The apparent kings. The kings.
Garcia, Tank, Loma,
all of them,
Haney,
man, them.
You are an absolute
Lopez.
disgrace.
Get in there. Link man. Go to man's fight. Not like how Henny was bare far. And he said, who do y'all want? Remember when he went to the was it Garcia that was there and he goes,
Ryan Garcia said, who should I fight next? And Devin Haney was in there like, let's go.
Look at him doing friendship. You don't do
and then
friendship.
He goes, hey, that's my guy. Hey, shouts out Haney, that's my guy. Like, what? You want to be
getting that fight? You're not getting that fight. Get to the ring. You go over there. They're not going to stop you because they understand this sells. This thing works. And it took two amazing female warriors, fam, that said, you know what? Let's sell this. Because the one thing they did do is they had to take it over. They have to say, are you not gonna pay? That's the thing. That's their job. Remember, we're all here to get paid. There might have been a light text from them saying, well done. Do you know what I mean? Because end of the day, this is the boxing business. We're in the game of business. My man, tell me, what's the my man's name?
Ben Shalom.
Ben
Shalom.
Ben was like, he set pace. He didn't know the pace was going to go to this level.
He set pace, but then the pace surprised him still because he got in there and he's just like, yeah, Savannah. He goes, yeah, she calls it, you're the GOAT, but, we got to fight here and I think she's going to wipe the floor with you. Claressa was just like, the English, sometimes English
so she missed
is a little different for Americans.
She missed it.
She just said like the confusion was like, something was said. I don't like how it felt, but I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
Yo, what? Say again? He's like, wipe the floor with me. He's like, hold on. Because I ain't no punk, bro.
Putting the belts down. She put the belts down and she got up and then it was like, dance partner. We always say boxing, the dance partner is so important. Joe Frazier.
Yep.
What a dance partner. When you look at it, you say, hey, and even that, you can still feel the energy within that. Dance partners are key. Unfortunately, the Mayweather-Pacquiao dance partner, it was late. Yeah? It was just late. Yeah? But it was always there. It was like, that one was like, ooh, brewing. You see this? Yeah? Because women's boxing has needed this. They needed a rivalry. These two are perfectly primed. Someone put an analogy of
there's a backstory to
it. Beating in there, beat her in the amateurs, is it? Yeah, right. Beating in the amateurs. Now this person's gone. She's saying that she's the greatest since sliced bread, the GOAT. And he's like, you can't be the GOAT because I beat you. And how about that? You've embarrassed yourself here because you couldn't even get a knockout against a baby, is what Savannah said.
How do you see this fight going? Because I tell you what I've been looking at, yeah? You see, for me, the amateur win doesn't hold much weight.
Nope.
To me.
Nope.
The reason why I say that is, how much a fighter changes once they turn pro and they mature into their career. Here's some facts. Dillian White beat AJ. I am willing to bet AJ beats him again. Even now, right? Tyson Fury, guess who he lost to in the amateurs?
Hey.
David Price.
Bloody hell.
If anybody, I mean,
no, but you know what?
Look at the scope of their careers.
I like what you did, but Price, wait, this is important. This is important. Mentality, is key because I know what you just said about the Dillian White AJ thing. I think it's not as foregone conclusion now as it was. No, I know what you mean, but then Price unfortunately has had some losses that don't even make sense. Who's the Rhino? The what do you call it? White Rhino. What we call him? Dave Allen.
Yeah.
Price was mashing up Allen from nowhere, and I think Price's battles is mentality because he has the equipment, bro, and his mentals is just off just a little bit, just in terms of belief in and being able to go to this place. Where he's
what I'm saying is, but the example was you won in the amateurs.
Yeah.
But your pro career does not even we will never compare David Price to Tyson Fury.
Oh, never.
So what I'm saying is that was another world. So whilst we're in this new world, we can't be judging you by your old world. It's like when men say Sean Porter fought Usyk. Bro, that means nothing today.
Probably was
You
a hell of a
understand?
fight. Probably
Like,
Sean Paul probably put a hell of a fight. It probably looked like
he
all the
probably
sluggers that
didn't
he
get-
did.
bro,
All
he
the-
probably-
It
he
probably
probably
looked
went
like all
for
his
it.
last fights that he's been in, bruv.
Yeah, exactly. He probably went for it. But the fact is this: I'm looking at it now and thinking to myself, that don't mean nothing. But also, here's something interesting: is that
Yeah.
Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields have been pros at the same time, and there just has not been. You haven't achieved like the achievements that you can compare achievements at this point and say, well, what have you all done with your careers at this point? Claressa has been everywhere doing a madness, unifying, undisputed, like clearing out divisions.
Yeah.
Like it gets nuts when you start to say, okay, so where have you been then?
No, but again, women's boxing.
It's not that deep.
It wasn't
so there's
that...
nowhere to hide. So there's nowhere to hide.
I like the argument, but then it wasn't.
If there's 10 people in a division, that are like that you have to climb to the top of. If I get to the top that quick, you should get to the top as fast, didn't it?
Yeah, true.
So this is what I look at and think to myself, all right, something doesn't add up here.
No, but what if they were building for this moment? What if someone had the longevity plan? What if someone knew the long game and said, hey, we must meet? It's like Boatsy Yard. It's like, we must meet. Let's not we ain't got to do it now.
Okay, cool. That's fine. But Claressa has obviously been fighting the top opposition that's available.
Yes.
But it seems now when we look at it that Savannah hasn't. That means that her first major test will be Claressa. And if the game plan is to rely on the fact you beat her as an amateur, is that wise?
No, but I don't think Savannah's putting super stock into the amateur win. I think she looks at her. I think it's the narrative that the media have run crazy with, right? I think what Savannah's saying to herself is, I'm too strong for you. I'm gonna have, because what she keeps saying is, you can't knock me. Savannah's got comfortable knowing you've been in a few wars, you don't knock people out. You can't hurt me. I'll take a lot of confidence saying, you can't hurt me, but I know I can hurt you. If I land, if I land is the key mentioned here. If I land, I'm going to hurt you. I will land because I believe she is actually quite accurate. You ain't fought anyone like Claressa. But then I know I'm accurate enough to land in these 2-minute rounds. Now, where to call the fight is where you said stuff about the Mayweather, because Claressa Shields is amazing in terms of staying within the pocket, not being touched, and getting busy. That's right. Everything, she's skilled. She's super skilled as a fighter. Like, I was watching and like, raw, like, bloody hell, like, I knew you was good, but like the
hand speed.
How are you moving like this? This is mad. Now when you do the Mayweather-ish comparisons, I can respect it. I can say, raw, well, you can't not. She's a very smart fighter. She's technically sound. That's how good she is. So this is why this fight is beautiful.
So listen to this now, yeah?
Talk to me.
People are saying that Savannah Marshall has power and she's going to knock her out.
Yes.
She's been in with big punches before, right? Now, I don't know how to compare punches in this female boxing. I'm not going to pretend like I'm well versed on this. I'm not gonna. I'm exploring things right now as I'm talking through it.
Just speak. You're in the barbershop, fam.
She fought Christina Hammer.
Yeah.
Right? Christina Hammer, 26 wins, 1 loss. The 1 loss came to Claressa.
Yeah.
Of those 26 wins, 12 by KO.
Okay, we can say.
You look at that.
We say
you look at that one. You say, yo, this is a serious opponent.
Yeah.
Bro, came in there. It was a shutout win. Like, bro, she's been in. Like, I'm listening to the conversation, and all it sounds to me is that Savannah has a puncher's chance.
No, not just puncher's chance. Savannah can fight.
Because I don't think
Savannah can fight though. Technically, she's not bad. She's not. I don't think
anybody has her boxing up there with Claressa's.
No,
so but then what's left is power.
No, power and accuracy though. Power accurate, like she can, like she can't. She's not.
She can punch.
She's
not.
I'm
not trying to write her off and make her sound like she's a basic, like a Wilder. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is, if your opponents haven't been top tier,
Yeah, we don't
right?
know. There's still question marks.
We don't know how
We don't know.
powerful
Yeah,
you are.
we there's question marks, but I would say that she has some sound fundamentals. That's why this fight is 50-50-ish, because you can say, let's say she gets in there and goes to the body and gets busy, lays some, because even in the last fight Claressa has had, the fight was still coming forward. It's not like she didn't want to engage. She still came forward because the power didn't keep her off her. It got to the seventh, eighth, and then she started to respect her and be like, maybe I don't want to, I'm going to try and chill on the ropes. But anywhere she went, Claressa was just punches and bunches. She couldn't literally it was raining from all angles. And she's like, if I go to the rope, she's got me. If I stand in the middle of the ring, even more dangerous. Like it became nuts.
Yeah.
It's different. And again, the level of this fight, these two will be walking in the ring because it's going to be in the UK, especially with what happened. These two will walk in the ring and
It's gonna be a
they
madness.
I don't think they would have
Sorry,
experienced. Go on.
Just to highlight another person who's a big
Yes.
puncher that Claressa beat, Hannah Gabriel.
Yes.
She's a current female light heavy and heavyweight champion. I know there's some issues with the weight divisions because there's not that many.
Wows, yeah.
So anything above middleweight gets a bit mad. Anyway, so she fought Claressa Shields again. 24 fights, 21 wins, 12 by KO. Bam, shutout.
And
I'm telling you, the job that Savannah has for landing with this power is a far bigger job than people are making it seem. Like being able to box a bit and you got good power is not the same as somebody who rarely loses a round.
And you know what? Let's be respectful.
But the narrative is very much like, Savannah's just gonna knock her out.
No one should do that.
She's got no power. She's got no power. She's gonna knock her out.
No one should do that.
Mayweather didn't have the power of a lot of his opponents, but then man didn't get to lay a glove. And what I saw was somebody who was very defensively aware with super fast hands.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is a tricky opponent to deal with.
And you know what? No one should mess around with this woman because I witnessed it. I don't really get involved in UFC. I watched her fight in the MMA fight.
Oh, how was it?
Brother, she went to work grounding. She got her down and she ground and pounded the shit out of her, fam. And I said, oh my goodness, because again, the wrestling, I'm not saying I'm a UFC connoisseur or nothing like that, but I know she got her to the floor and she got busy. Yeah. Now, for her to walk into that space, that's not her space, and still dominated. That's when we say it's mentality. Because remember when we talk about Price and all these other guys, we can't leave out mentality. Yeah? Claressa's mentality is, I'm a warrior, I'm a fighter. As soon as, again, I think I heard disrespect. Put these belts down. This is, I got bare belts. Right. Yeah, I got bare belts. I got a pink one. I got different ones, bruv. I need to get down. Don't try it. I'm in your territory. I came from America all the way to because we've been tweeting. The tweeting has to end. I'm here now. Yeah. And you see that?
You didn't come to see me. I came
to see you.
That's
how about that?
You know?
It's very significant. So I don't mess around. I don't mess around with Claressa. You know what I mean? All I'm saying, this is why. Take my money. Take my money, you lot. Take it.
You know what? But what I think is amazing. It's bigger than this battle here.
Yes.
Because what's great is this is amazing for women's boxing.
Come on.
And I love the fact that this conversation is not something that we've gone out on our own route.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's beautiful. I love it.
Bro, we're
having Taylor, Amanda Serrano this year. We're having in-depth breakdown.
We're in here doing real breakdown, not just for, because sometimes you think, just doing it to tick a box to say, we talked about the girls. No, not at all. Bruv. Not at all. I'm invested in this one. And they sold it. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm going into the record now and I'm looking at different names that she's been in with. And I'm like, okay, she's actually been in with people that are supposed to be hitters. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, they've got more knockouts than her, for example.
Yeah.
What's this woman's name? Ivana Habazin. She's Croatian.
Yep.
Now, she's not the amazing fighter, don't get me wrong. Like, there's losses here too, but there's 8 KOs here. So it's like, I understand when this whole thing about, but she's got power and this. I'm like, okay, I get it. But she hasn't been in with people whose records that will make you go, ooh. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of losing records here.
Yes. Sorry, I just want to put respect on. I can't remember this lady's name that she fought just out. Cousin. That's it. I need to put respect on Cousin's name. Cousin, literally,
Emma
you got
Cousin.
moved to. You did get moved to, but bloody hell, to bite down on the gum shield the way you did and said, bro, I ain't caring now. Like, I'm going to stay in this.
And hear this now, yeah?
Yeah.
So, obviously, you know, you can say Savannah was like, oh, you was in there with a child. She's young. She's what, 23?
Yeah.
She's undefeated. She's 21 wins with 11 knockouts. So it's one of them things where we know that women's boxing isn't that deep as far as the level of talent.
Yeah.
But if you going by someone who's going up against people with winning records, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't really do anything else. If the names aren't there, you're just beating the best that's available. That's a little different from somebody whose career you start to say, all right, but you're still fighting people that's got mad losing records.
Yeah.
When people like that are available and you're active at the same time. So the worry is because for Savannah, for this to be her first big step up, like at the level that she's at, because Savannah is not on some regular level. She's above the level that she's been fighting.
Yeah.
So Claressa, there's a lot of variables.
We're talking, and now don't forget, let's put some respect. Caroline just stepped in. Women's boxing, bro. It's getting
Caroline Dubois. Into the game.
She stepped into the game. We're still waiting again. You think to yourself, I would like to see Natasha Jonas back in it. I know that Katie Taylor fight I liked it. The Terry Harper one. There's fights there that you say to yourself, raw. And I know Natasha's getting old.
Amanda Serrano.
Is but this is what I'm saying. Like, that is starting to become its own division. You know how UFC just managed to just say it's UFC. They don't even split with the genders. They say it's a fight. Like, they're not even thinking about it's female. It's just
because they're ahead of the curve.
They're ahead of the curve, and I'm now starting to feel that way. Is we're coming into that area. We still got Sedem to come into the game. She's what's that?
When women's boxing finally gives 3-minute rounds, we will feel very differently around women's boxing.
Game over.
Knockouts are coming, and a lot of people say obviously we don't want to see women get knocked out. No, but stoppages are part of boxing, and let women compete and experience the full version of the sport.
We need it. What do you mean? What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. No, but this is where the rules are come from, bro. There's no science that says that 2 minutes is safer than 3 minutes.
Nah, none at all.
It literally was a case of some men sitting in a thing going, nah, come on, let's give short rounds if anything, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to see this. Like, bro, that's where it came from. That's what these men are. Think about how long it took for these rules to change.
Yes.
Len Johnson should have been a British champ, but the racist rules at the time said he can't compete. Bro, these
and they train and they train with 3-minute rounds.
They train. They fight as amateur 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I'm like, bro, at some point, these men are gonna have to check. Why do we even think 2 minutes makes sense? And let them explain it.
I say they go link the British Border Control at Sports Direct or at the Lonsdale Centre and just say, yo, you lot, allow it. Just say, allow it.
It's the main office. It's the main office behind Frank Warren's house.
And just say, yo, come on, man. Let's step into the future. Why not? But seriously, like, this has been a good show, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. This has been dope. I hope you guys have enjoyed it at home. We move, man. There's more boxing to come. Like, we've been podding for you guys with literally no fights in Jan. There was no fights in Jan. And now boxing's back on the menu, fam. Heavy.
It's beautiful.
And we'll be here. We'll be live. Don't forget, get your tickets.
February 19th.
That's it. Feb 19th. Khan Brook. We'll be there. It's going to be amazing. You even seen the war of words. I'm hearing Khan's... I'm not gonna lie, Khan's training team is getting crazy. Like, he's got some heavy hitters in his, like, in terms of preparing. And I know boxers say this is the best he's looked, but they're saying a lot about Khan in terms of how serious he's taking this fight. He's not messing around,
mate.
Because he's
rattled.
rattled.
Looking forward to it, bro.
Because
he knows his legacy is online.
He knows he's rattled, bro. He said it's not serious. He doesn't worry about him. Like, what have you done? But you're rattled, fam. Not you in the best shape and never taken it this seriously before. What's going on? He's rattled,
Mad
fam.
still. This weekend we've got Danny Jacobs and Ryder.
Come on.
Mate, I expect Danny Jacobs to just handle business.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I don't expect any difference. It's quite nice that he's fighting over here though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that's
free to
gonna
air,
be a
yeah?
fun
Free to
fight.
air.
No, the zone. He's on the zone.
Oh, sick. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's gonna be cold. But yeah, I expect him to get that job done.
Yeah. Listen, it's the Undefeated podcast. Make sure if you didn't watch it already, ITV2, go check out my boy. He's doing his thing, fam.
Bro.
Come on, bruv.
Yeah.
Plug that real quick,
By the time this
bruv.
comes out, this would have been on. But I'm in this series as well, like a few more times. So I'm not sure next Monday, but yeah, I mean, I'll promote it ahead of time. But yeah, man, go watch that on ITV2. I think they play the ITV, whatever player it is.
Oh,
And
snap.
watch that back, man.
Oh, snap. I didn't even hit them with the good news as well. Yeah, I got another big one as well. It's a good one. Like, for me, I'm doing Adam Deacon's new movie as well. You'll find me in that, some other hood. Literally start filming this week. So yeah. So yeah, that's dope. So everything, onwards and upwards on the pod. All the great defeaters we see the growth in all you lot. Like more strength to your elbow, fam. Continue doing it and just stream big in it. That's it. That's the levels. So yeah,
100.
that's us. That's look after yourself. Stay blessed. Till next week, innit?
Peace.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.